Oh, hey guys, Mr. Noonan's back again. This time we're going to be adding some more animations and even triggers to our maze to make it a little bit more interesting in the gameplay. So what I've done here is I've added in a third level here just by doing what I did in the last level. So I'm going to go straight to the third level. I've just added in some blocks and a way to win, but you notice on my page that I've actually blocked off the way to get to the star. Now we're going to get to that in a moment. And I've got 3 blocks here on the left hand side, and I'm going to add in animations to these to make them move from side to side, make it a little bit more difficult. I've also got a button up here on the left hand side that I want the people to get to before they can go back and get to the star. So the first thing I'm going to do is animate these little blocks so they go from side to side. So I'm going to click on them. I've already opened my animation pane, so you can go to animations, you can click the animation panes button, and that can open that for us. We want to click add animation to this one. So what we're going to do is actually go down to the bottom here. We're going to move this all the way down to the bottom to something called motion paths. We're going to make a motion path to go exactly where we want it to go. So I'm going to go in a straight line here, so I'm going to click lines. So I've clicked lines, and you see I've got an arrow here going down. So it's saying this is going to go downwards. So all I'm going to do is just move this into the position I want. I get the little arrow, and I want it to go across the page. So now if I was to play this, it would go across the page exactly what I want. But see, it only happens once and then it stops there. So we have to go over to the little arrow on the right. We need to go to effect options. There's a couple of things we need to click in here. So we want it to start smooth, we want it to end smooth, and we don't want it to bounce at all. So that's fine. The path is unlocked, which is fine. And we want to go to auto reverse. So we click auto reverse, and that will make it go all the way from one side and then go back the other way again. Now we don't want to add any sounds in again. We want to go to the timing tab, and we're going to click in start with previous like we did last time. We can change the duration, the speed of it to whatever we want. I was actually happy with the medium speed just then. The same thing, we want to go to repeat, end slide. So we want to go right to the end of the slide again. So if we click OK, and we'll go into slideshow from current slide, hopefully this will just keep playing back and forth, back and forth. And there we go, it just keeps going back and forth until the end of the slide. So what we want to do now is add the exact same animation onto the other two. So we're going to click, we're going to add animation, I'm going to go down to motion path, and when we get this little arrow to move it, there we go. I want to move it from side to side. We have to go into effect options again. We're going to do auto reverse, change the timing to repeat till the end of the slide. Sorry, I nearly forgot to do the start with previous, so they all start at the same time. Okay, now we should have 2 of them going back and forth. Add the same thing to the third one. Obviously you could duplicate these with the animations as well, but I just wanted to show you a couple of times how to add the animation in for the motion path. Double click lines, move it from going up and down to side, go to the right tab, we want to effect options, auto reverse, change the timing, start with previous, repeat till the end of the slide. Okay, and there we go. If we were to go in the slide from current slide, we've got 3 of them going across the page in their animations. Now, to make it a little bit more difficult, what we can do is change with their starting positions so they go at all different times if you wanted to. So I'm going to change this middle one and actually move it across the page so it goes the opposite direction. So they're going alternating to make it a little bit more like a game would actually look. So as they're going there we go, it makes it a little bit more difficult. Alright, so now we've added in the motion paths, we have to add in a trigger to be able to get to the star. At the moment it's blocked off. So we want to get to the button. When we hit the button, it's going to open up a door down here so we can get into the star to win this level. So to do that, we actually have to click on the block that we need to do. We're going to add in an animation to this block. So we're going to add in animation, and we want it to actually disappear or dissolve or fly out of the game. So we would like that to, let's just say, disappear. And then when it disappears, it's going to open up a little hole in there. So we have to click on a animation in the animation pane, which is this bottom one here, this block here. And we're going to click on the right hand button. We're going to go to Effect Options again. So we want the timing tab. We want it to do trigger. So down here it says trigger. We want it to animate as part of a sequence. And we're going to make it start effect on click of. And when we get to the button, that's what we want. So we want to start animation on click of this button at the top, which would be not any of the rounded rectangles. It would be the oval 18. So when the oval 18 is clicked, then this door will open. So we'll go in and check this in the slide. So over here on the right hand side, we've got trigger oval 18. When clicked, this will disappear or dissolve. So let's go in from the current slide. Let's just start down here where I normally would down the right. We go up past these, we get to the button, and we can click the button now. When we click the button, it opens the door down here on the right hand side. So now I can go down, in through my door, get to my star and win the game. So there we go, we added in some motion path animations on my third level and added in a trigger to unlock the door so they can go in to win that level. So there's some animations to make your game a little bit more interesting. And now's the point you can actually go and make your levels. There's not much more to add to the maze game other than making it look pretty. So this is the point you can go make it look pretty, add in as many difficult obstacles as you can, and if you have any more questions you can refer back to the videos or ask Mr. Noonan and Mr. Burke. Thanks for watching.